All right, so we're back on here. One change I did make that I'm hoping doesn't come back to bite me, because I did watch a little bit of my footage from yesterday, and I noticed that, well, I think my mic was the right audio. We weren't getting a lot of the game music, which I do like to have kind of going in the background. I like to have the, oh, you know what, my thing's... All right. Off to a weird start audio-wise. So let's just make sure everything's happening the way we want it to. Okay. Okay, so anyway, we're back. Let's go back in here. All right. We are back home since our explorations of yesterday, and I think what I am going to do is patch in, there was about 20 minutes of video or so that I took while I was exploring the rest of our map, which we can see here. We've got it more or less filled out. There's still a little bit on the edges there that I didn't get to. What I am going to do now is do a transition or something, and I'm going to cut to the footage from yesterday to show you a few cool things. You can see right here, right in the middle is our purple mushroom island, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Actually, that's pretty much it. I found a mushroom island right in the middle, and one or two other pretty interesting things. So take a look at that, and then when you get back, we will figure out what to do next. So just exploring, and I come across this butte. I don't think I've ever seen a shipwreck quite like this before, and it looks like we've got another village over there, so let's stay on the mic. Is this capsized? I guess. Hi, Mr. Dolphin. Wonder how we can get in here. It is capsized, isn't it? Cool. I don't want to take it apart necessarily. Like, I don't want to break anything, but let's go in. I think I need to break these trapdoors. Might as well take them, right? They're probably useful. A treasure map, okay, and lots of paper. I don't hate it. Could have been better. I'm gonna take this chest too, that can't hurt. Cool. Copper nautilus armor. Oh, that reminds me of a story. I once had a pet nautilus. Suspicious stew. Go back to that. I had a pet nautilus. I loved him. I had learned recently that you could ride on them, and not in this world, a different world. I had one, and then he vanished, and I was heartbroken. Now this is telling me I've got to find another nautilus friend and give him his armor, and now I'm on a completely different tangent because suspicious stew reminds me of an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode from way back when, and it was called The Tale of the Dangerous Soup, and I swear to God it was a real story about a soup that put you under a spell of some kind. That show went on for quite a while, so they had to come up with new stories. I encourage you, I know from experience, you can watch Are You Afraid of the Dark on YouTube, and you can also watch like old Snick, which was the kids like Saturday Nickelodeon episodes, like with all the commercials and stuff on YouTube. So I encourage you. Now, does this look like something took a bite out of this ship somehow and then it just toppled over? I wonder what could bite a ship and push it on its side like that. Some lore to be explored further. That's pretty cool, though. That's a pretty good find. I was worried we weren't going to find anything too cool in our world, but here's where we are for the shipwreck. And actually my notebook's on the floor. I'm going to make a note of it. I guess we don't really actually have to because I just took everything cool out of it. But that's a pretty interesting spawn thing. And I like that it's there. Let's check out this village too. No, this is my same old village. This is the village I was already at. Where everyone is related to each other and is also a farmer. Oh, this guy's still despondent. Bro, get a job. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll have some self-esteem. Well, maybe they're maybe this is the remnants of the shipwrecked people. That looks really cool off in the distance. Like maybe they swam for shore. And for whatever reason, it was just a boat full of farmers and nobody else knew how to do anything. Look at this guy just farming away. I'm in the process of exploring more of the map, but I did say I would check back in with anything notable, and that I thought that was really cool. A cool looking object in my realm here. But I'm gonna keep exploring and I'll jump back on if the situation calls for it. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Now every time something's halfway loaded, I think it's gonna be something really big and exciting, and it's just dirt. But if something really big and exciting does happen, I will let everybody know. Guys, my explorations are going so well. As this is the second cool thing I found. Some mushrooms, right? I believe they're called. Look at this, a little mushroom island. Look at our friend. Hello, buddy. Hi, I know you're not a cow. You're a mushroom. Are you all alone? Oh, jeez. I don't know if you guys could hear the cat. He thinks I'm talking to him. I'm not. I'm talking to a fake cow that's not even really a fake cow, bud. It's a mushroom pretending to be a cow in a video game. So wrap your little cat brain around that. You can't. I know you can't. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Oh, there's a few. Okay. So this is pretty cool. I knew I liked this world. I spent a while trying to find a really interesting world to spawn into, because I didn't want to just like be like, I'm in a plains biome and I'm gonna build a, you know, I don't know, cottage or whatever. Like, look at these guys. Oh my gosh, hi. You know, I wanted something with a little more interest. I was definitely regretting my deletion of my old world. I'm never going to talk about the old world again, I swear. Because we're in this world and I'm loving it, because so far we found some pretty cool stuff. Some pretty cool stuff. What's down here? Alright, okay. Let's grab this. I believe that is like the accurate lore of these cows. Like they're actually mushrooms, like in game, but they've adopted the look of cows for their own purposes. I don't know why. I don't know what the explanation is, but if I hit one, I wouldn't get leather, I would get mushroom, but I'm not gonna hit him. Look at, he glows. Oh, live peacefully forever, mushrooms. Let's go and see what if there's anything else in here. I really need iron. I did make a shield. I haven't equipped it yet. I left it at home because I have not spawned the bad guys in yet. Is that water? What is that? It's not water. No, it is water. It just looks funny. Okay. Okay, nothing too exciting in this. I'm so suspicious of this game. Every time I think I know what something is, I'm wrong. Let me, oh, did I like park my boat somewhere? Or I gotta go find the boat. I'm very pleased with this exploration so far. Go see where I left my boat. I love these guys. Can you make pets out of these? Like, you know, can I put it on a lead? I don't know. Uh-oh, what's down here? I don't have a water bucket. I don't really have a way to safely get down there. It looks like more just regular water anyway. Maybe nothing too interesting, but it's good to know it's here when we're in the mood for a little more in-depth exploration. Dead center. Smack dab in the middle. Pretty cool. Anything down here I might want? At least some coal, I'll take it. I know somebody out there is going to be like, you can use lava instead of coal. And I'm like, I'm a basic bitch. I'm a basic bee. I am going to use coal. Maybe someday I'll build a lava farm. I don't know how. I know they exist. Maybe someday I will become a much more efficient farmer of basic objects. But I don't see myself doing that too much. The only thing I ever made was a bone meal farm that I will likely try to recreate in this world because I didn't object to that from like a gameplay point of view. Like, I feel like you just defeat the purpose when you have like an iron golem farm and you're just creating these, you know, objects really, but they have some sort of function, like some sort of autonomy, sort of. And you just create, like, you force create them just to kill them for what, iron? Who cares? Says the person who rage deleted a world over like an iron pickaxe, but it doesn't sit right with me. I don't like that. I like the idea of using redstone to create automation to make your life easier, but I don't really like people do villager breeding. I don't know. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about, where you just like put a bunch of beds in a room and put all your villagers in there and wait for them to pop out more big-headed children for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. I don't like that. It's just, it creeps me out. I know this is just a game and it's just a function of the game, but I have some sort of, I have an issue with those kinds of things. I don't like killing things, even though it's just video games, but, and I don't like forced breeding of people, even if they're just video game people. Even if there's 8 farmers and we only need 1, that doesn't mean we, breed the rest until they drop, you know? Now, if the farmers all got together and wanted to fight each other to see who was the best farmer, I wouldn't stop them. But I feel like if you take a hand in the outcome, it's just a little cheaty. It's a little cheaty. Of course, the game allows you to do it, so it's not really cheating, but that's not how I want to play. You know, if I need iron, then I'll go find some iron. And I think it becomes, at a certain point, even diamonds become kind of obsolete. You don't really need them anymore. Even though a lot of the early game, which is where I've lived my Minecraft life, in the early game, is you gotta find diamonds. We're looking for diamonds. Like I said, maybe I had like a diamond helmet once. Maybe that's all the diamonds I've ever found. We're gonna find some in this world. I feel confident. There's double lush caves. I hate how this loads. We're gonna pause. Anyway, I'm yapping again. But I found 2 cool things. As you can see, I haven't explored too much of the map since I found the shipwreck. So pretty cool shipwreck. We got mushrooms front and center. I'm obsessed with those guys. And, you know, maybe we'll find some more stuff as I keep blowing this map out. Because if you remember, my house is like pretty much right over there on those islands. We can't see in the render, but it's on the map. And everything south of that is pretty much new, including our new mushroom friends. That's such a fun thing to have. And so I'm going to keep zipping around, and if I see more cool things, I'll jump back on and, you know, I'll either start the next video with an explanation of all the things we found. I don't know why I just paused it. Oh, do you want to see what I look like? Hello, me. Hi. That's me in the game. I look cross-eyed. That's not a good look for me. I'm not cross-eyed in real life. No hate to people who are cross-eyed, but I'm not one of you. And I don't have blue hair, but I think it's a pretty cool look. I do own a green shirt and jeans, which I could wear. Maybe someday I'll dye my hair blue. I don't know. Anyway, I'll jump back on if I found anything else cool, and I'll figure out whether I want to kind of chop this into the end of the first video or most likely the beginning of the second video, assuming that any of this is usable, because like I said, my first attempts at this were not usable in any way. So here we go, and hopefully I'll have some more cool stuff to tell you about soon. Okay, another sort of fun thing I think I may have found here. So you can see I'm just kind of clearing out the map, and it's a lot of water. The last thing that we saw was the mushrooms. And we were already in this area, but I'm trying to really clear out. I had a feeling there was going to be a lot of water here. But as I was zipping around this area, oh my God, of course I probably lost it now. I'll keep recording because I know it's around here. Somewhere hereabouts. Here we go. I saw this plank. I thought, and lo and behold, another shipwreck. Looks like a partial shipwreck with the, there should be like a mermaid or something, I think, right on this part of it. I don't know. So the question is, how do we get to the good stuff? Or is there any good stuff? I don't have any water breathing anything. Luckily, we're still in peaceful. We have not upgraded to easy just yet. So I'm not too stressed about getting in here, but I do want to figure it out. What's that? Oh, fish. Oh, wow. I thought it was a snail at first. Like a sea snail. Okay, all right, here we go. I think as soon as I can figure out how to get where I want to be, I can do it a little more safely. Let's make sure we have all the water we want. And just... There's got to be a better way to swim, but I don't know what it is. I don't want to drown, obviously. I don't know. I don't see anything. But that can't be right, can it? Let's go down one or two more times and see what we can see. There's always something in these shipwrecks. Right, that was the door. I don't know, guys. I can't mine under here either. We might need to log this for a future date and come back when I have the ability to really look into this. What's all the way down? Let's look at that. There's definitely more here. And I never would have seen it if I didn't see this guy jutting up. Jesus. There's something in here. And if nothing else, I can break this down for wood and stuff. It's not as dramatic and cool looking as the other one, so I don't mind tearing it apart. But before we do that, I think we need to get some underwater protection. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple more zigs and zags across the water, see what we can find. But we know the position of the shipwreck, and for my own future notes, I'm going to say them into the microphone, although this is going to be a cut, I think, from here. This shipwreck is at 385, 63, 1403. And the end. Bye. Okay, for those of you who stayed tuned through that, I believe that's what I said at the end. That would be a pretty cool transition if I remembered. That's what I said. I have made myself a bed. I did not kill the sheep. I sheared the sheep. No sheep were harmed in the making of this video. And what else do we have here? We have some tools. I'll probably want to make some new tools. I do want to make a sword. We found a smidge of iron, I think. Let's see, is there anything in here? Right, my little teensy bit of iron, but that should be enough to get us a little bit of armor, which is really what I wanted. And I want to craft that brush that we talked about on the trail ruin or whatever it was called, because I've never seen that before and I want to see what it's all about. So let me find my sticks. Wait, do I have sticks? No, I have no sticks and I got no feather. Here's the feather. Here's the sticks. And let's see what we can craft. It's all mined and crafted in this game. Okay, there's the brush. That's good. And you guys, my eyesight, I swear to God. Anyway. Beetroot soup, huh? I do think I want an iron sword. I might have enough to craft. That's most of this armor. +2 armor, +2. Are these all +2? Okay, I'll take the chest plate for sure. How much for the pants? +5. Okay, so that was the way to go. And both of these are +2. So let's do this. We have 1 iron bar left. And we really do need some more, but before we leave the house today, you guys, we're going on easy mode. And I know, I'm scared too. I really am. It's been very nice wandering around in peaceful mode. Better get my shield. Where'd I put it? But good times can't last forever, you know? We all have to move on and grow up and get out of the house and go into dungeons and fight monsters. It's just how it goes. I am gonna make a stone sword just for backup here. And another, I'm gonna make how much for the iron pickaxe? Should I use? No, I don't have enough. Okay. So we're using stone materials. I am going to move my axes here. The swords can go here. I'll use the iron sword first. Oh, baby. And I think that's all I need to craft. I'll make when I go back up there, I'll make a few more torches. I'm hoping that this video picks up more of the game sounds like I was saying. I really was pretty pleased with the audio on the first one, but I don't want it to be just me talking. You know, it would be cool to hear the spooky thunderstorm as we're talking about our next big adventure here. Which I think we should go on pretty soon. Let's get this on before we do anything though, you guys. I'll bring these sticks with me too. I just like to stay organized, you know. All right. Woof. Trying to figure out how to look at myself. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. We're gonna go into settings, and we're putting this sucker onto easy mode. Please don't panic. Did that work? Are there bad guys out there? I think so. Here we go. Yep, it worked. Let's go meet our fate. And now he's in my boat. Oh my god, this llama. He's been walking around my house for 21 days, probably. That's definitely not true since I didn't build the house on day 0, but... What got me? The second I leave the house? The second I leave the house? After going on easy mode? Someone had the frickin' nerve? I better get some food, huh? I miss peaceful mode. That's right, idiot. What hit me over there? Weird. Oh, that guy. This dickhead. What a shitbag. No, that can't be it. Did I get hit by lightning? No. Alright, I give up trying to figure out what's injuring me out here. I'm going back inside. To get food. Which obviously we'll need, and I'm gonna go to sleep. We're gonna wait till this thunderstorm's over. Oh, I do have some potatoes. That's good. Got some potatoes. We can make some bread with this stuff. Is there any other good food in here? I'm not taking the suspicious stew. Do these not stack? I guess not. What if I just started eating beetroots? Just took a big bite out of a beet. I don't think that's possible in this game. Let's make bread and then go to sleep. Today's not the day. Good night. See you tomorrow. Now it's just normal raining. Oh, no, it's not raining at all. Okay, well, you guys, we've got to find a cave or something, because I need more iron. I need more stuff. I need you to get out of my boat. You're welcome to stay on this island, but you're being disruptive. Where should we go? I vote east. Since there's a little more over there that we haven't quite gotten to explore yet. Get out of my face. I'm so overconfident. This guy one-shots me, watch him. Alright, let's go. Yep. Dead ahead. I'm very attached to my maps in this game. I don't like to not know where I am, and I feel like if I put this map away, I would instantly get lost. Like immediately. I would just be completely in the wrong place. So I'm gonna stay dependent on my maps for now anyway. And I would like to venture off a screen in each direction. For sure, but I need redstone to make a compass, or I need to find a compass because I'm not going without my map. I need GPS, guys. You know, when I was learning how to drive, we didn't have GPS, we had MapQuest. And so, like, you could print out written directions, but the directions would be like so vague sometimes. But the funny thing is that I used to know my way through so many towns, so many neighborhoods, just like the back of my hand, like not even just my own little neighborhood, because I had friends who lived in other towns. And I went to school a few towns away, probably about 40 minutes away. I went to high school from where I lived. And I could get anywhere in that area in like 2 counties. I knew how to get everywhere. Maybe 1 county, still, I could get everywhere without even thinking about it. And I don't think I could do that today. Like, I think if you dropped me in the middle of my hometown and said, find your way to your best friend from high school's house, I'd get lost. Granted, I graduated from high school 20 years ago, so maybe it's not that crazy, but you would think that having known a place so well that it would just stay somewhere in your brain, but I don't know. I think it's just the dependency on technology that has just caused my brain to not retain the information. I was talking to my coworkers today a little bit about that. We were talking about reading because I was reading a book that a friend gave me that I'm really enjoying. And I was waiting for my 2 coworkers to leave. We were just going to walk out together, and I was flipping through the book, reading a little bit while I waited for them. And my one coworker said that he used to read so much and now he just stares at his phone. And even fights like going to sleep because he was just scrolling on TikTok and looking at the next TikTok. This is a 50-year-old man. Like, this is not a young person. No offense to my coworker. I'm not really counting myself as that young of a person either. But, you know, and he's like, I want to start reading again. He's like, because my attention span has diminished noticeably. This is what he said. And I mean, I totally buy it. You know, because we work at a job, it can get interesting. We're out like in the field, I guess you would say, quite a bit. But we're also at our computers a lot. And we have to write reports and do things that require you to sit and pay attention to the task that you're doing for hours. And just type and write whatever it is you're writing. And I definitely used to be much better at it than I am. And I don't even have TikTok. But my attention span, I completely agree, is not what it was when I was younger. And I do think that apps like that, particularly TikTok, but anything where you just have an algorithm constantly just like blaring information into your brain, and your brain gets used to functioning that way, and it gets used to sort of the dopamine of getting another hit, another piece of something interesting to look at. And it's not good, you guys. You gotta turn your brain off sometimes, especially when you're talking about TikTok, which, listen, I know that there's some good stuff on there. I don't personally have one, like I said, but I get it. But just put it down. You know, put it down. Go do something else. Read a book. Any book. Use your imagination. And I will say, though, I'm not including video games necessarily in that category, especially games like this, where there's nothing really too predetermined to do, and you're just sort of playing at your own pace and deciding how you want to play and what you want to do, and coming up with tasks for yourself that you need to accomplish, or you don't need to, but you want to accomplish, and setting goals and meeting them and having the dedication to sit there. And God knows how long it took me to build that house. else. But I sat there and did it. And I think that that's different than just scrolling on TikTok. I just think it's such a stupid way to spend time, honestly. You know, if you're going to do it, set time limits for yourself with a timer. If you like, do it for half an hour if it's something that you really like to do, or there's a particular genre of stuff that you really want to stay abreast of. Set yourself a half-hour timer. When that timer's up, get up and go to something else. I couldn't believe that. I was surprised that he said he was even like fighting his own tiredness just to keep scrolling TikTok. But I get it. Like, I understand that that's how it functions. It wants you to fight your instincts and keep watching. It's crazy. Also, by the way, as a professional person, most people, I think, I haven't done a study or anything, but I think most people on TikTok are talking out of their ass. You know, if you're like, oh, I saw a lawyer on TikTok and they said da 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 da. I don't care if they're actually a lawyer, if they have the credentials to be an attorney. They most likely either don't know what they're talking about. Like, you could be an attorney for one day and be like, as an attorney, I recommend you do X, Y, Z. And it's like, okay, well, you're actually a fetus who's an attorney. You're not like a knowledgeable person necessarily on this particular topic, whatever topic it may be. So just like, don't take it all with a grain of salt. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions and use your own brain to reach those conclusions, because it's so dangerous. I see it as so much with politics, and I think it's part of the reason why politics has become so polarizing. And I say that as a person who does not like Donald Trump, although I can understand why he got reelected. And I don't think that on paper, some of his policies are not terrible. But that's not the reality of the situation. But my point is that, I swear, I think it was my brother, was flipping out one day because he saw something on Instagram about some policy, and they're like, Trump's considering this policy, except it was all guesswork. It was basically the content of the article was like, well, we know Donald Trump hates whatever, because we know that he hates these things, he could do something. And it was an absolute non-take. It was just meant to upset people, and it worked. And I was like, dude, I Googled this, right? I looked it up. I said, there's no record of Trump ever saying he was for or against this. Am I actually collecting these? He's never said a word about it. And all they're doing is speculating about what he might do based on opinions that he's had about unrelated stuff. And like, that's not a news article. That's not like journalism, you know? Is this my best interests? I'm not sure yet. It might be. Well, it's not hurting me anyway. It's fine. Like I said, that's not it. Informing people of facts so that they can draw conclusions of their own. It's just upsetting people so they engage with your content, which is how the world works these days. I know, but this is all just a fair warning, in my opinion, to you guys, from someone who's been around a little bit longer, possibly than many of you, or at least some of you, I'm sure. Don't let the algorithm win. Hey, ducky. Well, you're not a duck. You're a chicken, but that's okay. Don't let the algorithm win. Engage with materials that interest you. Of course, politics affects all of us, and people should be interested in it. But don't take someone's word as gospel, and don't work off the assumption that the worst case scenario, because it's the most outrageous thing that could happen, and it's making you have a reaction, that doesn't mean it's true, and it doesn't mean that having that reaction is actually the same thing as having an opinion. Form opinions based on facts, whatever they may be, and learn to disagree with people. And I know that it's become a much harder ask. Jesus, why am I not in peaceful? It's fucking me up. It's become a much harder ask these days to be able to have disagreements with people. Everybody is so, I don't care who you vote for, what side of the aisle you like or whatever, but it's become so vitriolic that, again, because that's how people make money, they have to have the vitriol. So anyway, political rant over now. But please take my advice if you're a younger person. I'm glad we found this cave because I was definitely not ready for lush cave spelunking. And I would like to have a solid amount of iron. So let's, oh no, that's not what I wanted to happen. All right, let's find a block where we can patch that up. Dirt sounds good. I don't have that much food either. Obviously, that's a big problem that we're going to have to fix before we do any more serious cave explorations, but this seems like a pretty tame start. Okay, that's fixed. Like we can pretty safely light this up, although I don't see anything freaking useful in here. Maybe we'll mine down a little. Should we do that? That might be the best thing we can do here. I'll take the copper. Since now we know we can make brushes out of it, I guess that's useful. For my one trail thing, whatever it was called. I think I'm gonna throw down another couple of plates here just to be safe. Grab this copper because why not? And let's mine down. And while I'm doing that, I might go off mic. Grab this too, why not? Just to have some background noise of my own, little YouTube action. I do like to have something on in the background. While I'm going, and again, that goes to my attention span. I can't just do one thing, I have to do 3 things at once. Alright, guys. Let's mine. Here looks good. Just pops these here. This can come with me. Doesn't make it too dark, I don't think. It's fine. I'm scared of monsters. Okay. Yeah, so this could be boring. Fuck yeah. Excuse my language. That's great. Just what we needed. And a decent amount too, that's good. So yeah, I think part of what we need to do, obviously, on our lands here is I make myself a stair to get back. Oh, we definitely need to improve our farm. I didn't have too many seeds to start out with, and I wasn't too worried about it because of peaceful mode. Alright, this gets us back up. But we definitely need to get some more potatoes in the ground and get some more seeds in the ground and really start that operation going. Because I do not have a lot of food here with us today. Is this called andesite? Well, that's just our granite. Okay, well, we could do something cool with that. And if we don't hit anything, like any more copper, or not copper, iron. Uh-oh. What should I patch this with? That looks terrifying. Sand won't do. I'm gonna put a cobblestone with a light on it and take this light back. So I think we can be sure that even if we go over a few blocks here, we're probably going to wind up in the same pitch black, terrifying pit of darkness. But let's try it anyway. Like, what happens if we go here? At least we got a little iron. Like, I'll take it for sure. I would love more. And I do think things are pretty peaceful now in this cave. Except this guy has his eyes on me. How did he even see me? Did he see me? I don't know. I don't like him there though, but I don't want to catch his attention. Only because I don't even know what else his attention is over there. That guy with the bow, I hate those guys. Pretty sure they can't see me, but these zombies are getting close. Like, he for sure is after me, and I don't want these guys coming up behind me and down in the mines. I think we're okay. I've got my shield, my trusty shield, so hopefully that does us some good if we get attacked. I think just by going down a few blocks, they're probably not going to catch my scent. That's what they do. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was something else for a minute. Now I'm scared of falling in a hole. I've fallen in holes a lot in this game. I'm so clumsy. Why do I have so many axes? Yep, we're still in the same hole. Very scary hole. Like, what's in there? That's so terrifying. Let's do like one more angle since it's still nighttime. And then maybe we'll explore a little more. Maybe try to find another cave. Oh, it's daytime. Should I go kill that guy? Yeah, I'm feeling ballsy. Ah, you suck. Was he taking damage from his own arrows? Got some bones. That's helpful. What do bats do in this game? Are they just decorative? All right, let's go back out in the sunlight. That was an interesting dig. We'll have to remember. There's only like 4 islands in this spawn map, so I feel confident we can come back here without too much trouble in the future. I'm getting short on pickaxe durability. 2 though, so we can't do too much more spelunking. I was really hoping to find an iron deposit above ground somewhere. Well, we got an okay amount. No, we got a not okay amount. We got a really small amount, but it's more than 0. I would like to have a horse in this game, this world. Not that horse. I'm not ready emotionally for a horse. I hate leaving holes. I can't fix it. It's fine. There's not much else to see. I guess let's just go up the coast since we haven't actually explored that way just yet. Maybe we'll find another little island. I'm so annoyed, you guys. I keep sniffling. And I did have a pretty bad cold when I was filming my like initial failed videos, so it's probably all for the best that they didn't. They're never going to see the light of day. I deleted them and they're gone forever. But we had a few days here in New York. They were gorgeous. It's April right now. And so, of course, the normal weather is like 50s, 60s. But we had a couple like 75, 80 just for a couple of days. And oh, I love the heat. And I was so happy. And now today, the high was like 49 and the low was like 32. Like, come back. But that's spring weather for you, isn't it? Unpredictable. It's supposed to get warmer towards the end of the week. And then hopefully we'll get into May and get into some nice weather. I love Memorial Day weekend. I threw Memorial Day weekend ragers when I was college age. My parents had a big house. They still live in a big house, but not the same house. I think we lived on a 1/4 acre of property in New Jersey. Something like that. It could have been a 1/2 acre. Huge pool, volleyball net, all kinds of stuff in the yard, like plenty of room for tons of people to hang out. We had a basement. And during my college years, that was sort of my thing. I always threw a big, like 4-day long Memorial Day party where like anybody and everybody would come and just crash over the house. Like people from my school, people that I knew from high school, whoever, anybody we were friends with was invited. And we always all had a blast. This looks like a portal. Let's go down and see what's in here. And of course, I don't do that anymore. I'm now all the way grown up, and I think that might kill me to attempt to go on a bender for 4 days. I think I might literally just be the cause of my demise. Okay, a little more iron nugs. That's good. And a pickaxe. Okay. And a drowned guy. Get out of my face. So, will I be drinking Memorial Day weekend? Yes, I will. Will I be binge drinking my face off? Where am I? Oh, right, I'm up in the corner. No, I will not. Hats off to those who choose to do that. I was once among you. No shade from me, for sure. But it's certainly not something I can't even imagine the hangover if I made it through the weekend. If I tried to compete with my college self. It was fun though. It's something people don't tell you about growing up. I don't know, at least I remember being college age. And then I had a little more school to go to after that. But I was done school when I was 25. And there's this fear, I think, of leaving that sort of student lifestyle behind for a lot of people. And I understand why, because I had a blast. I had so much fun in my college years. And I'm using that broadly to encompass the ages of, let's say, I don't know, 16 or 17 to 25, 26. I had a great time. So much fun. And you have all your friends around you if you go away to college. And you're like kind of an adult, but you're not really pretty much all you have to worry about is getting to class. Like I also worked. I had a part-time job, but it was like it didn't stress me out, my part-time job. It was at Blockbuster, which was my favorite job I've ever had, including my current job. My current job can be number 2. Number 1 is always Blockbuster Video. Incorporated, RIP. So it becomes so familiar, especially if you are fortunate enough to be able to go to college and spend a lot of years in school full time, or mostly full time. Because then you're like almost 30, right? And you're like, I gotta actually work now? Like my weekends aren't bar hopping or house parties or whatever you do, and I can't just like walk out of my door and find my friend and find my other friend and find 10 more friends and everyone is with me all the time and it's a never-ending party. People are very loath to leave that behind, and trust me, I understand why. But every season of your life, at least I could speak for my own life thus far, has had good things that I've enjoyed. And of course, as you get older, your idea of a good time changes, like I said, but in a lot of ways. If you would have told me even, I don't know, 5 years ago, I'd be sitting on my couch, talking to myself, basically, recording myself playing Minecraft, I would have laughed in your face. I would have said, you are smoking something. Give it to me because I want some, because you're tripping right now. It's funny how something that seemed so ridiculous to me, utterly ridiculous to me, would have seemed that way for sure. If you would have told me 5 years ago, is now just something I'm like, whatever. Playing Minecraft, I might as well record myself doing it. And telling tales to who I perceive as, why is my controller delayed? This is becoming annoying. Am I lagging? Right, like dropping wisdoms on people who are like aren't even, they're imaginary. Like I don't know who will actually ever watch this video. I'm talking to my imaginary audience that consists of young people who need my advice. That's funny. But if there are some young people out there listening whenever I post this on YouTube, take my advice, it's good advice. Alright, got a little something here. I don't really need that copper. Oh, get away from me. How much damage did that do? An okay amount. I'll take the coal. Jump in this little alcove here. So my point is, life will surprise you if you let it. I didn't move to New York until I was 29. And it was just a series of events that led to that happening that I could never have predicted. And I say that as somebody, like, I'm from New Jersey. It's not like a faraway land. It's not like it's not like I moved to Japan or something. But still, it was never a thought in my head that like, oh yeah, I'm for sure gonna go live and work in Manhattan. Like that was never on my radar. I was perfectly happy being a Jersey girl. But it changed my life for the better in many, many ways. And, you know, I'm not suggesting that moving to the city, whatever city, is going to be the right move for everyone all the time. But your willingness to just engage with the concept of what if I did something that I hadn't considered before. Just to see if I like it. Just to see what could happen. And I wound up liking it because that was 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. Should find somewhere safe. Ooh, look at you. Maybe that's safe. It's down here. Is this the same cave? It's not really a cave. I think I'm gonna hang near this thing for the night. Let me see what's in. Alright, 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 alright. Stop. Alright, well that's annoying. I'm not even gonna mess with this. Alright, okay, Jesus, stop. How do I keep jumping on lava? That's so stupid. We are going to dig a panic room for ourselves. I think that was a sheep that scared the shit out of me. Let's give ourselves some illumination here. I guess we could mine a little. Let me do this. Till our pickaxe breaks. Maybe grab a little more iron, hopefully. This is so boring. Give me something. And I'm not complaining though. I sort of like the boring elements of the game in a way. I think a lot of people must, right? Because so many people play this game that is really just about repetitive tasks. There we go. And this looks like no, there's nothing there. Okay. All right, I'll take it. I don't hate it. Anything over here? Yeah, me too. Okay, so not a great haul, but before I keep going, let me make sure I can get back up to my level. My pickaxe is gonna break, I think. Alright, found some copper. Well, I'm doing this so stupidly, but this is the way we're doing it, guys, so. Cobblestone's always useful. And that's that on my pickaxe, right? That's annoying. It's okay. Got a little more. Got a little more iron before that broke. Maybe I'll make an iron pickaxe. That could be useful. I guess once the sun comes up, I might as well chop some wood since I have 1,000 axes for no reason. Go grab this stuff. Organize ourselves a little bit too. Is it daylight already? No. Doesn't seem to be. Oh, it's still nighttime. We're staying in the panic room for the time being. Alright, let's see what we have here. Oh, I didn't realize I grabbed a bow from that guy. That's useful. I brought my brush. We didn't actually go visit the thing. What does this do? Protection 3, Unbreaking 3. That seems good. My shovel has efficiency 2. That also sounds good. Again, I don't know enough about magic in Minecraft to know anything beyond what I can just glean from common sense. So like efficiency 2, clearly I think that means it's more efficient. Perhaps you go faster than a regular golden shovel would. This thing says protection 3, Unbreaking 3, so I guess it doesn't break as easily and it protects you more. Those are good things. But I don't, like, I'm guessing. I have a feeling that's right. It could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really have anything to consolidate here either. I don't want to lose any of this stuff. I guess I could chuck the rotten meat if there's anything good in that. You know what I could do? Here's what I could do. I freed up a spot. We always need torches, right? Oh, and I'm stoked on this. I'm glad that spider showed up. Because I think you only need 2 strings to make a fishing rod. I'm not in my... Like, this isn't helpful. How do I make a fishing rod? That's what I want to know. We'll find out when we get home. Still night. So yeah, we're gonna loot that ruined portal if we can, depending on inventory availability. We can always go break a couple axes too. Just grab some wood. Fire charge. Beats me. Lodestone. Couldn't tell you. I know what this does. Gunpowder? Can you make a gun in this game? I don't know. Flint. I assume it starts a fire. Dirt. I know what dirt's for. Cobblestone. Cool. Love it. Love to see it. I'm going to switch to my stone sword because we obviously have another mining trip in the near future, and I'd rather keep the durability to the extent possible. All right, we just need a couple more minutes in here. We haven't had too much trouble with bad guys on our first foray into the easy level, which is pretty much at my competency level. No, it is my no, peaceful is my competency level. This is a challenge. Okay, we've got some sunlight here. Let's see if I can not step on the obvious lava pit block this time. Oh, what does this say? Silk touch. I know that's good. YouTube people talk about silk touch all the time. And I don't have space for this obsidian, but I don't want to... I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Why do I want rotten flesh? Sounds yucky. Alright, let's go home. What's the fastest way there? Where am I? I can't even see my little... Where am I? Oh, I'm all the way. I see myself. Okay. I'm pleased with this first. I lost my train of thought. I'm happy. Didn't get the iron and the amount that I wanted, but we got some. And found a really scary hole. That was exciting. Got some string. I'm really excited about the string. I hope you only need 2 string for the fishing rod because I figured out in my last world that I love fishing. And I can't wait to fish again. I just wanted to get that little patch of unexplored area on the map. I knew there wasn't going to be anything there, but... And I think next time we go out, we'll go to the south. Because there is still just like that little strip of unexplored map. So we might as well see what's up there. Or down there, rather. I think... Well, we're definitely stopping home first. Let's see how things have fared since we've been gone. See what that llama's up to. I think I accidentally rode him, and I think that's why he won't despawn. Which is fine. I don't care if there's a llama about. You know, if everybody needs a companion of some kind. But he's really like, just walking around doing nothing. I guess that's what llamas would normally do anyway. They're just don't have a concept of productivity. There's our house. And there's the llama. Wait, let's back up a little. I don't know about this copper. I like the door. I don't know, guys. If anyone's watching this video, like this copper, I didn't know what to do. Like the fences that go along the attic area. I like it because they add some depth. But they just were like just shooting straight up into the sky and they weren't anchored to anything on the top. So I just added the copper trapdoors. So I wasn't really sure what else to do. I tried dark oak and it was just very heavy. I think this one looks the best because it kind of blends with the jungle but still has a little depth to it. But I don't like them in general, but I also don't know what else to do with that. So if anyone ever watches this video, please tell me what to do about that. Let's get organized and then let's go plant some stuff. We're gonna need a much better farming setup for sure. And maybe that's what I'll do. I'll stop talking for a little bit and go reorganize the farm. But I do have plenty of more seeds, so that's good. I'm gonna put the bow in here and the sugar cane and our armor. I forgot I had these boots. Fire protection. See that? I assume. I don't know. I assume. That would have stopped me from taking damage when I walked straight over lava. Hopefully, that's what that means. I'm gonna keep my brush in my inventory to remind me that I want to go back. This is Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5. Guys, is 5 the best or the worst? I still don't know. But I think that's pretty good. I know people go nuts about Silk Touch. The arrow goes with my bow, so that can go in here. And I'll put the bones in here too. The rest of this stuff should go upstairs. I don't need this map anymore, but in my literal own house. Let's get this going. The obsidian can go in there. The lodestones can go in here. That thing can go in there. And sure, that can go there too. And I have a lot of these iron nuggets, but I don't want to use them to make iron because I want to make lanterns at some point. I'm curious to see what you can do with granite. This is my whole block chest. Do I have any planks? Oh, I just fell down the stairs. Whatever, we'll just make more planks. I should plant a few more trees just to really shore up the wood supply. But I'll use these for now. To make... I had bamboo also. Like, I don't need to be using planks to make sticks. Oh, and then flint goes in here too. I'm keeping a hard eye on my recording device over there because anytime the music kicks in, I'm trying to see how much it's picking up. And actually this will be great because there's music going while I'm talking. And I'm just gonna have to keep playing with it till I get the audio levels to where I want them to be. But I'm hoping my voice isn't completely drowned out by the game. I don't think it should be. Yes. Yes, you guys. Oh, I'm so stoked. We can make more tools that we'll need. We'll do that later. That's almost done. I'll put something in there. What can we do with granite? Granite stairs. Granite wall. Okay. Can you like smelt the granite? Let's find out. Like, what happens if I just put one granite in here? Nothing. Okay. Good to know. Let's just save this for now. And let's put the iron back for now, since I don't necessarily want to build those tools just yet. We're good on swords. We're good on axes, so I'll just need some pickaxes, and it should be pretty much it. And we'll see if we can make the rest of the armor. Okay, what am I doing? We have to clean this up. Okay. Great. Where are my shears? Here. Jesus. Okay. All right, let's go plan our farm. I'm not big on keeping animals because I don't use them. Like I said, I just have an aversion to killing them, which is the whole purpose of keeping them. Let me get some dirt blocks to map this out. So the point is, I don't think I'm gonna need a space for animals. Get some trees too. Plus I'd have to get the animals here. They're not just gonna spawn here. Jungle oak. I'm not planting the dark oak. That's all I have. I mean, that's fine. We're a jungle and oak household, so. So I don't think I'm gonna need room, like need to save room for animals on this island. Maybe in like a future base, if we find like a good spot for a bigger build, I would do it just to have it. You. They spin like that when they're so angry. Looks like someone's trying to pay tuition, right? Spinning in a circle around this thing. It's pretty funny. Let's just put down like maybe 3 of each. We don't need to grow them all. Where'd my oak trees go? Here they are. Okay. Just shore up our resources. They're having some kind of bad guy meeting. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look, he's got a trident and something else in his hand. Yo, come fight me. Ooh, he got me. That thing's got range on it. I didn't want to fight both of them at once, so this is kind of a bad idea, but like... Gonna need a new shield at this rate. Alright, leave me alone. Leave my llama alone. Oh, they killed my llama? Wow, jerk-offs. Alright, we're just gonna have to take care of this. I need retribution. And they killed me too? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, well, let's go take care of this. Oh, I knew I should have stayed on peaceful. Get the fuck away from me. Where did all my stuff go? Oh, it was over here. Can't believe they killed that llama. My only friend. I grab everything. Let's just go on a chase. A merry chase. At least my sword's in the right spot. Get out of here. Okay. Did my llama come back to life? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Let's go back inside. Let's reorganize and then go back out there because now I'm determined. That's my iron sword. Let's use that. Okay. Wait. Eat this apple. Give that a second to get my strength back up. I can't believe they just killed me. Thank God I was at my house. But I don't know what's going on out there. I don't have any more food. It doesn't look like. Oh, there's food in here. Let me eat this apple. Actually, let me eat these things. Wait, was there another llama present? I guess there must have been a traitor and they just murdered him. Jesus. Bloodthirsty. Oh, he's invisible. Sorry those guys killed your llamas. Yeah, there's somebody there for sure. What do you know? Sorry, bro. Okay, well that was exciting. You just go back inside till tomorrow. I keep climbing that and it's getting annoying. What did we learn? We learned we definitely need more food. That's for sure. A nautilus shell. What is this for? What is it for? Kelp can go in there for now. I'm gonna have to start a different. I'm gonna have to use one of the upstairs containers at some point for sort of like the greenery stuff. Like the concept between this next to the door chest is for stuff that you might want to grab as you're heading out the door. Theoretically, like tools or stuff you're going to plant, not just for mix and match like an ink sac. What am I going to do with an ink sac? I don't know what ink sacs are for in this game. I don't know. But I'm going to put the nautilus shell in there for now. I'm not using the brush right this second, but I do want to try to remember to. Unless it's raining tomorrow, I probably won't fish. But let's get some resources to... I can't believe he killed my llama. Good thing I wasn't too attached. Jesus. Let's get some dirt and some dirt for now. You know what I would like to do that I almost built in my other world was like an arboretum with some bees. So maybe what I'll do is move. This can be our garden area. It's floating out here. Oh, my potatoes. Maybe I'll make this, like I'll terraform this. I'll pull these up real quick before they grow. Get out of my face, you guys. You killed my llama friend. R.I.P. We'll have to make a memorial. This can be the llama memorial garden. We'll have to think of a name for the llama. Posthumous name. Or posthumous. Whatever. Once my hearts fill up, I'm going to sleep. And I think that's what we'll do. We'll put the garden over there, and this will become a tree area with some bees and flowers. I like that idea. It's a dream that we can make reality tomorrow.